What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to our 2021 NBA Draft Player Breakdown Series. Today, we're going to be talking about a freshman shooting guard out of LSU in Cam Thomas. So let's get into the video. So Cam Thomas is a 6'4" shooting guard who is basically just a bucket. I think that's the best way to describe him, and that's where his biggest strength lies, as he's just a natural born scorer, someone who averaged 23 points a game at LSU and was really fun to watch score the basketball. He's really someone who can score at all three levels. He can shoot the three ball, although he did not do that so efficiently at LSU at only about 33%. So that's something that he can do. He's shown flashes of doing that, and maybe shot selection has something to do with a lower percentage. But he can shoot the three ball. He can take you off the dribble and score in the mid-range at a decent rate as well. And then maybe where his biggest strength lies when scoring the basketball is his ability to get to the hoop and generate free throws. He was really a free throw generating machine at the college level, and someone who was able to capitalize that, put pressure on the defense, and was able to get a good chunk of his points that way. He's also someone who can play off the ball, show us some ability to spot up, hit shots in that regard, and like I said, knows how to fit into an offense, but really best when the ball is in his hands and he's creating for himself. Some things that he does well outside of the scoring the ball is that he's got a decent handle. He's not a player who's probably going to be playing the point guard position, although he's a little bit undersized for the two guard, but he's got a good handle, capable ball handler, and someone who can, at least, I guess, be a secondary a point guard for a team or a ball handler for a team in that regard. And then another strength that he has is that he's not a bad athlete by any means. He's really fluid. He's got decent quickness to him. Not going to leap out of the gym, but, is capable of finishing by the rim in that, aspect of the game. And so really the strengths of Cam are his scoring ability, and he's a decent athlete who may project to be a capable defender at the NBA level. Cam does have some weaknesses, though, that could see him fall in the NBA draft and probably not be picked as high as his scoring ability says it should be. His biggest weakness, I would say, is shot selection. He is a bucket. He can score the ball in many different ways, but the 23 points per game at LSU was a little bit misleading, as he really wasn't efficient with that 23 points per game. He only shot 40% from the field and 33% from the three-point line, and so he was able to just hoist up a bunch of shots, got his shots up, and that's how he was able to generate so many points per game, is because of just the amount of shots he was able to take with kind of just no conscience. And so going into the NBA, if he's picked later in the first round, probably going to a playoff team, and who is he going to take shots away from on a playoff team? I'm not sure. That's going to be a question, I guess, that the team that takes him is going to have to answer, and he could find himself possibly in the G League getting reps there. Another weakness that he has is that he's a little bit undersized at only 6'4", and so probably not the ideal size for a two guard. You'd like him to be a little bit bigger, especially on the defensive side of the ball, but again, not the biggest weakness, but kind of limits him in some respect. And then another weakness that he'll have to work on is that he's pretty undisciplined defensively, takes a lot of chances, gambles a lot on the defensive side of the ball, and that's something that's just not going to work in the NBA, something he's going to have to improve on and get better on. And so, Cam is a talented scorer, but some weaknesses in his game could really hold him back when it comes to the NBA draft. Overall, I think Cam is talented, and I think that he's a really fun player to watch, but I just don't know how his game is going to translate to the NBA level, especially early in his career, as, like I said, he was able to take a lot of shots at LSU and really wasn't efficient with those shots. And so maybe that was a product of the offense. Maybe that's just what the coach and the team needed him to do was to be a high volume scorer like that. And so I'm not sure, like I said, if he gets picked by a playoff team, how he's going to come in and contribute to that team right away, as I'm not sure who he's going to take shots away from. But it should be interesting to see. I think it's ultimately going to come down to where he's picked and what kind of role he plays for that team early in his career. I hope the best for him. Like I said, he was fun to watch at LSU for a year. And, I hope he does well in the NBA. But, he may be limited to G League early on and maybe an off-the-bench role moving forward with his career after that. And so those are kind of just my thoughts on Cam Thomas and his game. Let me know what you think of him down in the comment section below. Where do you think he should be picked? Do you think he'll be a first-round draft pick? Things of that nature. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll talk to you guys later.